freshman throw. J. Cole said it's memes and mules, but I'm the king and I just did all. Really wanna wipe me down, I got more patience than a hospital. Sweaty better beef with me, they never beef with life's obstacles. I'm bad as a bone out. I'm way too toned down. Too big, so I'm cocky. From the back while on Twitter with my phone out. Got an Eminem deal, but I'm Hershey's 6'2", dark skin, with a purpose. Never voicemail on my phone last night to myself saying, Lil Sir.
It's week 4 of the National Football League, and we'll get a look here at Josh Allen. He's 4th in the NFL in passing touchdowns this season. It's the Texans and the Colts on Monday Night Prime Time.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And if you look back to last week, it was all about their defense. Anytime you hold an NFL team to single digits, that's saying something.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, they've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in week 4. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive.
And the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go. Check. Bronco switch.
Yeah, Richardson will throw to start out here. He's got his man downfield. It's Robinson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown. Indianapolis. Wandale Robinson. His first touchdown on the year. And the Colts put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the 7th overall pick in 2018 from Wyoming. It's Josh Allen.
After seeing what he did last week, throwing 4 touchdown passes, I had to go to my thesaurus to try and come up with some great words for what he did. I'm still coming up blank. He was scintillating.
I'm going simple. I don't have your thesaurus. I'm going dynamite. He was dynamite.
I'll take it.
Alert! What's that?
Allen off the play fake. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Xavier Worthy. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Texans are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here. And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu. Take a look at the defense for these Texans. They were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville. I don't know what the actual percentages are. I don't know the analytics on when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches have always told me, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here. A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up. Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one. Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. Throw left side, going to be caught by Chenault. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. Richardson looking to throw this. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright. And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first. And, he takes a shot at the end of that play. As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there. And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam. Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end. Richardson looking to throw. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And his throw here's incomplete. Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it. Richardson out of the shotgun. That's complete to Robinson. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville. And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them. And this incomplete. Oh, my. He might have been celebrating in the end zone if he'd held on. Nearly picked, but instead, it'll bring up 4th down.
Ready? Ready? Set, go.
Richardson. And this is caught. He hits more. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. DJ Moore, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. These two teams, they... Houston earlier in the season with the Texans coming out on top. So if they can find a way to win here in Indianapolis, they would take the season series 2-0 from the 33. Here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Allen to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete. You look at this Colt defense. They were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And they needed to be because that game was a game you don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and they got it done.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Here's a diving catch right side. Jefferson has his first catch. He also has a first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
From the gun, it's Allen. A throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
To throw, it's Allen. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talked about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
And again, it's Allen. That is caught, and he's got room. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 23. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. Now Allen. Complete here. It's Hyde. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. He'll try again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Xavier Worthy with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
It kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time. And that's not easily done because, you know, all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 37-yard line. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Now it's Richardson. A quick throw there is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
From the shotgun, Richardson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And now out comes Houston. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Justin Jefferson, 70 yards. And the Texans are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary, or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss. and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming.
The Colts on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
The Texans offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it.
Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And they'll accept that penalty.
Automatic first down.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. In motion left here, one of their tight ends.
They go play action with Richardson.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
On play action, Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Allen going to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. To the air, Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Xavier Worthy on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Texans are able to extend their lead. And this is turning out to be something to monitor as this game goes along. That's now 3 touchdown catches for him here in this first half alone.
Extra point now by Boswell. And that makes it a 9-point game. So that drive, 4 plays. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
and not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Here's Richardson to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Hammond. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Now Richardson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Second down at 6 now from the 42.
Here we go, set. Go.
Back to the air with Richardson. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way, so... But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And got his man complete. Now he's into the clear again. Touchdown, Houston. And Xavier Worthy on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So that one, his 4th touchdown catch of the game, one behind the all-time record of 5. Boswell for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Colts about to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Richardson working from the gun. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down.
Defense.
So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first,
and we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff ready to go.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Allen.
That is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. That's into the hands of Worthy. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 36. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. Second down and 4.
Now Allen again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
56, 56.
Allen now looks to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Play action. Now it's Allen. And his throw is incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it.
Alert, alert, alert.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. And the tight end goes in motion left. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet. But you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a pretty poor kick here. It doesn't make it to the landing zone. And that means they'll move the ball out to the 40-yard line. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. In motion right, one of the tight ends. Inside handoff now, Miller. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC.
This is caught inside the 15. And he'll get into... Touchdown, Indianapolis. Wan'Dale Robinson, his second touchdown of the night. And the Colts are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Texans offense and Justin Jefferson set to take over once more. And you see the numbers for him into this third quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open throughout. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot. Up 2 scores here in the third quarter. That is caught downfield. It's Worthy. Now he's loose again. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards.
Oh, big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Bigsby is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Here's Allen to throw it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Texans take a 3-touchdown lead. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Richardson hit it, he fumbles it. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
Allen going to fake the jet sweep and the handoff and look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Xavier Worthy, 27 yards. And the Texans get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. And that touchdown, his 5th touchdown grab of the game, and that ties him with Jerry Rice from 1990, Kellen Winslow Sr. from 1981, and Bob Shaw back. 1950 for the most receiving touchdowns in a single NFL contest. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Colts offense and Anthony Richardson ready for this next. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Richardson looking to throw. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Let's go. Let's go.
Richardson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Back now in Indianapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Ready up.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. He'll buy some time, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Brings up second and 17 at the 40-yard line.
Go.
Richardson looking to throw this. Throw left side, going to be caught by Chenault. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Now it's Richardson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
From the shotgun, Richardson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Richardson steps away to his left. Richardson hit it, he fumbles it, and the Texans scoop it, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
So here are the Texans to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. they'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He's got a man. It's his fullback. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Texans send the punter out. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Richardson out of the shotgun. Over the middle, he's got Chenault.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He's got Njoku, his big tight end.
Look at the big man rumble.
Touchdown, Indianapolis. David Njoku, 63 yards.
And the Colts get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
On 1st down,
Lane. DeMarvion Overshown, the one to bring him down.
Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lane.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Lane. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. 2nd and 10. From the gun, Bigsby.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down at the Colts 16. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Bigsby once more. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. And that is a shame. Oh, it's no good. Off to the right, and the lead will hold at 3 touchdowns. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
And the Colts getting ready to go.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now Richardson. Over the middle, he completes it to Robinson.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Richardson working from the gun.
And that is taken in by Njoku. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
Here's Richardson to throw.
Completes it to Miller. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Richardson to throw off play action. That'll be caught right side, Chenault with it.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Robinson's got it. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw again.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive.
Back to the air with Richardson.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of...